welcome to another episode of the Sunday Scaries with myself, Josh, and my main man, Bob. Bob, how are we today?
Man, I just woke up. We record this in the early mornings, and I deleted the alarm for waking up people during the week because school's out now and there's no reason for it. So, running a little late, woke up a little late. Usually I have about a good hour and a half before I even show up to here. You know, wake up, get these old bones rolling.
Punch in, step out.
Take a good morning poop, you know?
So Bob had tasked me with, before we get into that, let's get into our adventures yesterday.
Oh my gosh, dude.
So during the work week, Bob hits me up and says, yo, the Transformers movie, the animated movie I watch every single year, it's coming to theaters. Are you down or are you not down? Obviously, I'm down. We get our tickets, get our daughters in tow, roll all the way out there, sit through at least 12 commercials of waffle makers of Optimus Prime and everything in between. They pop on the very first episode of Transformers with brand new and old voice actors, just whoever's left out there.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's killer. It's awesome to see their process. It's awesome to see because you get to see both the visual of the show and then a smaller square of them actually voice acting everything. It was pretty dope, not gonna lie. But as soon as that episode wraps, the rest of the episodes are just the old episodes that are available on a few streaming services.
Yeah, like Roku.
Yeah. So we thought it was going to be the movie. It was not the movie, and we had to bounce, but the daughters enjoyed it for the most part. They seemed to like it.
For the little bit, you know. I was just like, geez, dude. Okay, after the first episode, I was like, oh, that's cool, man. All right, let's get to the movie. You know, because the movie's only like an hour and 15 minutes, whatever.
That's what I was thinking, that it was just a nice little intro. Because they did all the other, like, they did their promotions as if it was just like, you know, it's just solely for the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, and then come to find out that we're just watching fucking regular television episodes, and I'm like, oh, man.
Super disappointing, but it was at least a good history lesson for the kids.
Yeah, it was nice. It was once in a lifetime, like it says to me.
Yeah.
It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Got to hear a lot of great car analogies. Megatron, pop it into neutral.
Pop it into neutral. Yeah,
I'm about to overheat.
Oh, man. I'll kill you!
I'll put it in your spark plug. But, Bob has tasked me with watching Battlestar Galactica, essentially the movie that kicked it all off, and then the first episode of the series.
Yeah, 33.
And,
that's what this shit's called.
Did you fit in a rewatch?
No, but I got it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I probably watched that thing so many damn times, especially
Really?
because I also got the DVDs when they finally finished.
So I'll start this out by saying I really do love sci-fi. I think what I don't like is like hokey adventure sci-fi. It grabs me for a little bit, then I let go. So like I can't do Doctor Who. I can't do Star Trek. Something both franchises my parents have been always trying to drag me into as a kid, and I only ever really latched on to like Star Wars. Battlestar Galactica was really impressive because the acting, the writing, like I assumed it was a straight to TV movie because I'm coming in blind. I don't know anything about it.
It was a miniseries, an hour, it was like 3 episodes. In 3 weeks. It shows you that. Yeah.
But yeah, it just opens with, you know, not a crawl, but just some informational text, just letting you know that the Cylons broke away from their masters. They went off into space to do their own thing. And then the Cylons, they were created by the humans, right? And they're essentially just like AI robots. And we would meet up the humans and the Cylons would meet up like every 10 years or so, just to, I guess, make sure that the treaty's good. And then we didn't hear from them for 40 years, and they came back to rock our shit. That was another thing I really enjoyed. I enjoyed that it forced all the characters just to accept that they had already been beaten the first 20-30 minutes into the movie. Like 3 major cities had just been nuked. They were able to get into the mastermind of the defense system, or what's his name again?
Gaius Baltar.
Yeah, Gaius Baltar. Yeah, they were already incepting him 2 years prior to the events of the movie. So I really enjoyed the military aspect. Loved the dogfighting. Yeah, they really killed it.
Not the Michael Vick type. We're talking about like space.
Yeah, in the planes.
Yeah, in the
not with
planes.
the dogs, not with the pups. But yeah, I'll probably give it a season. I don't know if I can go longer than that, but it's not even really that dated. They used a lot of practical effects. Everything makes sense. A lot of things are pretty laid out, straightforward to you, but I truly enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. There's a lot of like a lot of mystery to the whole thing. Like, you know, I told you the 12 different different
The
bodies,
Cylons,
or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
Cylons.
The implants.
And they reveal little by little, and some of them are like, oh shit, this whole time, when you finally get there, you know. And it's pretty dope. I liked it. I've always liked it. Yeah, Edward James Olmos is that joint though, man.
Yeah, yeah, he carries the entire thing.
Yeah,
he plays the essentially the commander of the military.
The old man, dude. He's about to retire too, you know.
Because you follow everybody on the Battlestar Galactica, which is the ship that they're on, and they don't network any of their computers. It's all pretty basic
it's analog
hardware, everything on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
He loses his son because before the events of the movie, he loses his son, who is also a pilot, but he wasn't ready for the flight combat or anything like that. He just got wrecked because they basically let him be a pilot because his dad was so high up. And then his other brother, Apollo, call sign Apollo, he's in there too, trying to, keep the president alive and everything like that. Which was cool to see where they both ended up. Meanwhile, the entire rest of the world's just on fire. So, like, you follow these 2 very specific characters, one defending the president and one defending the Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, all major colonies are decimated. Eventually, they don't even decide to go back to the planet. They just got to figure out how to reserve the species and start reproducing and staying safe.
Yeah, homie out of nowhere just started saying, oh, they need to start making babies.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
Which, I mean, once you're at that point, it's just like, yeah, there's no going back. There isn't a fight to be had. I mean, hell, even the first episode is just them running every 30 minutes.
Yep.
They would light jump, and sometimes they'd lose people. Other times they had to blow up that one really large colony vessel.
Yeah.
And they said they couldn't really see anybody in it before they blew it up.
Mm-hmm.
You think that there was nobody in there?
No, I bet there's a bunch of people in there
Really?
hiding in the gutters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to hide. What was the messed up thing was like that first FTL jump and the president visited that one little girl, and they don't have a drive on that ship.
Yeah, and the guy reminds her,
Yeah.
just like, just so you know, that is one of the ships. That little girl you just talked to, that's one of the ships that does not have the light speed.
So they out, man, and I like that part because it shows you like we gotta go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sorry, Chuck, but
Yeah, we may be right, we may be wrong, but we do know eventually they're going to come back. Because eventually, yeah, they start. It starts not being every 30 minutes, but even still, it paints such a good picture of what exhaustion will do to you, especially if you're trying to fight somebody.
Yeah.
It's a whole crew of people, they start kind of losing it. But yeah, Battlestar Galactica, highly recommend. If you haven't heard of it, 03, 04 era miniseries. Knock it out. Hit it up.
I think it's on Prime right now. I think everything is on Prime, even the Razor movie.
Yeah, I didn't have to purchase anything, so it's just chilling on Prime.
Oh, man. What else have you been doing this week?
I have been watching too much anime and a little bit of Survivor. Caught up on Survivor.
Did you get the new episode of Survivor?
Yeah.
Who?
Happy to report Q has been finally defeated.
Like a fucking idiot. It pissed me off. This is what, the third person in a row that has a idol? Fourth?
Let's go. Let's Hunter, Tiff, Q, and old girl Venus.
Venus. Oh my gosh. These guys are idiots, man.
Yeah.
Knowing what irritates me is like, you can't use it after 5, right?
Right.
Why didn't he use it? Because he couldn't use it again.
Well, he had already said out loud, if you win, to Maria, if you win the challenge, I will play it on myself. If you don't win the challenge, I'll play it on you.
Unbelievable, man.
I mean, and I get it. You want to, every single one of those people felt too safe or was just willing to do whatever they can to squeeze all they could out of that idol. Because I think Q was looking for that for sure. Because if he got to 5, he's in.
Yeah.
No matter what.
That's what it was, though.
He's in the top 4.
Now the 5. Oh yeah, okay, I got you.
But the streak is crazy.
It's so stupid, man.
The Indian girl didn't have an idol, did she? Is that 5 people?
I think she.
I think that might be 5 people. That's 5 people that go. Everybody with an idol got voted out.
Jeffrey's just putting it on them now.
Yeah.
He's just like, you guys are fucking fools.
You're in the.
I watched the cameras, bud. I know you had an idol. Here's your light out.
You're in the Jeff zone. How does that make you feel?
It's a little disappointing, man.
You're going through an existential crisis. How does that make you feel right now?
I'd be so fucking pissed, dude. Like, the first time they put on the name, it says Bob. All right! Who did that?
Yeah.
You know?
Why would you do that? Pull him aside. Well, like, like that Ben guy wrote down Kenzie's name on accident.
That's so stupid.
Even I was like, on accident, bro? It might be time to go home.
I know. And plus, that Ben dude looks like he's playing a dude that is another dude. Like, he looks totally weird, right?
Yeah. He does look like, with sparkly eyes and tiny tan body.
Yeah.
He looks like an actor playing somebody. I do get that, yeah.
But geez, dude. The people are just messing up. I think if Maria doesn't get kicked off before the 4th, she wins. She wins because she's going to convince the jury, like, yo, check this out.
I mean, it's pretty much since the merge. I mean, they were always on the right side of the vote. Mm-hmm. Her and Charlie. I think Charlie's probably out next.
It depends on who wins the game.
Yeah, if Maria wins, Charlie's out. If Charlie wins, Maria's out.
Now I just want Maria to win.
I think.
Because I think the other two, Liz and Kenzie, don't have a chance.
I stand Team Charlie very firm.
No, man. I go Maria.
Me and Charlie, we stand on business.
Charlie doesn't do nothing, man.
No, he's with it.
It sucks because we don't even
He did all his work before he got there. All the puzzles and everything else, being the super fan and whatever, because he was doing kind of that Hunter shit, recreating them and doing them.
Yeah,
I think he's going to go the distance if he can weasel his way there. So I don't think Kenzie beats either Maria or Charlie.
Neither does Liz.
No, of course not. Liz and Ben are just
there to sacrifice for little sacrificial lambs.
Yeah. If they can tell a good story or whatever to the jury, God bless them.
But they're not doing anything.
I don't think it's going to happen.
They finished. And then the best show that came out this year, so far, had its finale last week.
What's that?
The X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah, that has just been. I mean, we've talked about it probably on
It's
every single
episode.
podcast. It's so good. It's so good. Like even watching it with Charlotte, she's 6 years old and she's just sucked in.
I watch it outside alone early in the morning on the big fucking screen
The
and just
projector.
in the projector and just watched it. And I was just like, yeah, you know. I don't know why it always gets me too when they go like Marvel animation has that fucking dope beat,
That's
and
what
it goes into it. And
Maggie
it's like,
loves about it. Yeah, it's
yeah.
so dope. And they know what they're doing. And then they even put little Easter eggs in the intro for you.
Yeah, like did you notice the infected robot people are running in between the X-Men and the villains?
Mm-mm.
Right in the opening. You know how they meet and there's humans running in the first few episodes of it was
Of the
just
final,
humans.
the finale, yeah.
Well, the last one it had the robot peoples, the Sentinels,
Nice.
and I was like, oh shit, little squeaks. I like it.
Yeah, and then like all the Easter eggs, you got to see. Cause so, I mean, I'll be honest, like I love Omega Red and Silver Samurai.
Uh huh.
For those that don't know, they're just they're just X-Men characters. Omega Red, he's got basically Doc Ock tentacles, but they like come out of his body, and he's
Sap life.
Russian guy from Weapon X. But I mean, I always loved them from the Capcom games, the fighting games.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, him and Silver Samurai. Silver Samurai went hard.
He stands on business.
Yes, he stands on all the business.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, to be real, like it does seem kind of goofy, the whole Silver Samurai
Yeah.
thing. But every time he pops up in a comic or whatever,
That's a suit of adamantium.
you don't want it. Yeah, you don't want
Right.
any of it.
No, man, that guy's like 8 feet tall.
You don't want that problem.
Anyway, so yeah, the show was very good. They
Thought we were about to get Onslaught.
oh yeah, didn't it look like it? I was like, oh, they're gonna merge and just gonna bash everybody, and that's
I
how
wonder.
it's gonna end.
A part of me still wonders if that's. Well, no, they showed Professor X, right? Yeah. They showed him and Magneto. I was
Yeah.
gonna say like, oh, we don't know where they are, but yeah,
We don't know where
they popped up with Apocalypse.
Kurt, Logan, and Morph.
Logan's with Rogue, or Kurt's with Rogue.
Oh yeah. He popped
Yeah,
up. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
I really want to watch that finale.
It's Logan
parts
and Morph.
again.
Then that we don't know where Logan and Morph are.
We need to just buy a movie theater so we can watch this in the
Just back to back to back to back.
just whatever we want.
It's over.
But yeah, X-Men, highly recommend. Good front to back. Some episodes are even self-contained stories in themselves, so it's not even like a big chunk. But as we've already said before in the podcast, it's like superhero stuff is so much better if you don't have to explain everything and you just hit the ground running.
You know, I think about like all the Easter eggs. My favorite one is the time that Morph went against the Goblin Queen, and what do you guys call her? To the uninitiated, Madeline.
Yeah.
And he shows up as Magic, and then when she flips him, he turns into Darkchild, which is the other side of Magic. And I was like, oh man, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, this shit's great.
They know what they're doing.
And he just popped off as the Hulk. That shit was great.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And to see the Iron Mans and Captain America in the President area.
oh, it showed Mary Jane.
Yeah,
So
and Peter.
Trying to tie that up, saying like he found his Mary Jane.
They showed both of them
at the end of the Spider-Man '90s series.
Oh yeah.
That's where they left it off at.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering. Remember, we were asking like, what was the end of that series?
So instead of like wrapping it up, they just dropped that little Easter egg in there, which is cool because there was always a lot of crossovers.
Yeah, he came to the X-Men one time.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Did some stupid puns.
But yeah, those were the good old days.
Yeah, 100%.
Those storylines were tip top.
It was a good episode, man. I was really like excited to know that. To know that I hope that Wolverine is with them in the past because that's how he'll get his adamantium back through Apocalypse. And then there is the Easter egg at the end where he picks up the the Queen's Gambit card, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Gambit was Apocalypse's horseman one time as Death also, so I think that's how they'll resurrect him, and he'll be like a blank slate. I don't know who anybody is, you know, until they reawaken him.
What's what are Apocalypse's powers?
He's dope.
Because I guess from what he's like an ancient Egyptian guy, mutant.
Mm-hmm.
He's always had like the blue stuff or whatever, and then he finds like the technology, and it just makes him just basically, what is it, immortal pretty much, because part of his thing is like he's just had so much life experience that he just kind of, he'll outthink you, outfight you, he'll beat you on every axis. And then even his horsemen are mostly just people. He's not mind controlling them or anything. He's literally just flipped them.
Yeah.
Like he's, appeased their wants and needs and stuff. It's just like, I can promise you this, but we need to knock these X-Men out.
Yeah.
Before they stop us from doing that cool thing you want to do.
Before that, yeah. Apocalypse has always been a nuisance, but in these latest issues, he was a part of the Karakoa area, and was considered an X-Men at the moment, but now he fucked all that up. But whatever.
Yeah, I'm excited for season 2 for sure. I
Yeah.
think that I'm gonna have to start collecting these in a physical media if it's even out there.
Oh, I bet they will.
And
because I
Invincible.
saw that they brought out the Miss Marvel DVDs, the TV show from Disney, and then they did something I saw. I was like, oh man, that's pretty decent. I don't know, but yeah, I think they would.
What TV have you been consuming?
Oh man, I think this is the last season of a show I enjoyed watching called Hacks.
Okay.
Have you ever tried that?
No.
It's about an older comedian getting a new writer to help her out to write her hour, and it's an HBO Max.
That's a cool
show.
concept. Yeah, I like that.
And they just fucking go at each other, and it's highly hilarious. It's a very funny show.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're doing new episodes. I think they're on episode 5 of season 3. These are only 8 episodes a season. Real quick watch. They're like 30-minute episodes.
Real flash in the pan.
Yeah, I've been watching that. And I'm up to like episode 4, I think. And then I started watching Killing Eve again. Like I remember watching like the first 4 episodes when it was on the BBC stuff, and then I fell off of it for some reason. And Netflix has the full. Netflix or Amazon? They have the full series on it, so I'm going through it. And that's a well written, very fun espionage type of thriller show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's about an agent looking for a murderer, and then this assassin is just annihilating people, and not in the right ways, because she's just like, whatever, who cares? No one's gonna do anything to me. And she finds her. The only person that actually finds this assassin, and the assassin has taken a liking to this operator.
Yeah.
You know, and she steals her clothes, and she sends her clothes back to her house.
Yeah. Brand
new, and like expensive clothes with perfumes, like all this shit that fits perfectly, right? So they're toying with each other, or not toying with each other. She's only toying with the operator.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just very fun, very very ridiculous, yeah, and cool.
Sick. Yeah, I like any espionage mystery. They trying to think of whether the last espionage thing I've even watched. I
Sopranos.
feel like I hit the Mission Impossibles pretty hard.
Oh man, I love the Mission Impossible, even the new one. I can't wait for that next part. I don't know why. I guess I think it's just the. I guess since it's been out since I was a kid, the Mission Impossible movies, they're always just such fun. Mm-hmm. There's really nothing to take out of it, you know. The best one so far, I think, was Fallout. That's my favorite one. I can watch that one all the time. You got Superman pumping those guns, you know, boom, boom, locked and loaded. And to hear in the interview, like, he just did it out of nowhere, just to stretch his arms out. And the director's like, yo, do it again. I was like, oh, shit, that's dope. No,
they're beating the hell out of each other in that bathroom.
Yeah, dude, that's a great scene. Oh, man.
Take these thunder cookies.
I'm over there in the stall and like, yo, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to make a BM.
Yeah.
It's a large.
Yeah, it's a large.
And then also the I enjoy some sports, and this week kicked off the WNBA, and I watched the Caitlin Clark her first game in the WNBA, which was it's people are expecting a lot from her, and you can't, because she needs to learn how the WNBA plays and not the NCAA.
Yeah.
So it was a learning experience. They lost, but she still put up 22 points out of 63 from the team. So she's already bringing out her third.
Yeah.
You know, but they're double teaming her. They're making sure that she stays down. You know what I mean? Which is pretty dope. And then I fell into like the other games, and I genuinely feel like these games play better than the men's games.
Really?
Because they're not flopping after every like accidental hit like LeBron James, which is, I think, is one of the worst players of all time because of his fucking flop bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
I can't dig it, but everyone's hitting each other. They're it's just I just feel like there's a lot of raw, like, I'm gonna fucking show you, you know what I mean? No, there's no
showmanship.
Yeah, there's no bullshit,
yeah,
you know?
No ego.
And you can tell because the games are so like hour and a half, not 3 hours, because they're trying to play like the clock and shit like that. No, man, and the games have been very tight. Like the leads go back and forth. There's no really like huge blowout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
let's wrap this up. Let's get to target.
That shit. Hell yeah, dude.
Let's get to the knickknacks.
It is such a better game, and I'll continue to watch that. Yeah, that's the second time. I don't want to say surprise, but like I watched the women's hockey league that started back in October, and they were pretty fucking dope too. Yeah, can't wait to get my women's hockey league jersey.
What teams were you watching?
I was watching New York and Toronto most of the time. Those are the ones that were coming up on I think it was on Max. It was on Max. Oh no. It was on Prime. Again, Prime's Bezos is just doing it for me. He's just handling the business.
I think that that's really smart for streaming services to do. Like, if I could just pop on Netflix and then that stuff just be live, all the time. Yeah.
Max has had the NBA Finals on their streaming service, along with a lot of other hockey material. Prime has had some basketball, baseball, and then of course they're gonna have football in September. And so I think Hulu has it, but you have to have the whole live streaming service, and that thing was pretty bunk. We got it when it first came out. It was like $65 added to the $9 for the month. I'm like, I'm good, dude.
That's a big woof.
I'm good.
That's a oof. That's a big oof right there.
Jeez.
I've been watching just too much anime.
Anime?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Oh, all of them. I keep really wanting to get back into My Hero, but
that new season showed up, right?
I want it to be dubbed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm used to the dubbed voice actors and stuff. Once the season wraps, if I can only watch it subtitled, I'll hit it. But yeah, right now I'm watching a lot of isekais. I guess I'm pretty sure it's what it's called. It's like basically there's a video game element to it, and the guy's just like essentially gaining powers.
So like that solo leveling.
So yeah, solo leveling would be like an isekai. A few other ones I'm watching are like isekais where they get reincarnated.
Mm.
Both of them, one of them's a comedy, and the other one's kind of like a comedy. Maybe it's not a comedy. Maybe it's just like a harem anime. But so dude dies. Trying to think how he died. Well, in the comedy one, the dude dies because he sees the most popular girl in school after picking up his favorite video game or whatever, and he goes to push her out of the way, thinking that it's like a bus. But he dies, and then he gets to heaven or whatever, and they're like, "No, that was a tractor. If he wouldn't have done nothing, she would have just like stepped out of the way."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh." Well, he's like, "Well, how did I die?" "Well, you got so scared that you fell on the floor, and then you died of shock, and then you got to the hospital, and then you were already dead, and you already shit your pants. And your parents are right now looking at you, laughing at you," and dude's like freaking the fuck out. And they give him some stupid ultimatum where like, you can go to heaven right now, or you can go to one of these other worlds we really need to populate, and we'll reincarnate you with all your memories, and you get to take one thing, or we can grant you a skill that you didn't have in your other life. And so he's so pissed at the goddess that's laughing at him, he takes her with him.
Oh, okay.
It's great.
Oh, okay.
It's really funny because it's really just them. It's him, and he just keeps picking up these other women that are just ridiculously just out of their mind in some kind of way. One's a mage that can only cast the most powerful explosive spell, but then she passes out.
Oh yeah.
One, the goddess, the main one he takes, she's supposed to be good at everything and just isn't good at anything. Like every time they fight, like she can pack a good right, but usually just gets knocked out and has to be saved every time. And then they got this knight, Darkness, who is just like a
Darkness.
She's a masochist. So the only reason she's a hero is because she's a masochist, and she wants to be hurt. But it's high hilarity. It's completely ridiculous. I've had it recommended a few times, but
Is that on the Crunchyroll?
yeah, it's on the Crunchyroll. It's an acquired taste because like even I'm like not really into the whole like constant cutie like anime stuff.
Yeah.
This one kind of gets a pass because it really is genuinely hilarious. But we're having a good time. That one's Kono no Suba. And it does not have like an English sounding name
it's
anywhere.
Just Kono no Suba.
Yeah, Kono no Suba. It's got just hit season 3. I'm just starting it. I'm still trying to finish season 1.
Shit. A lot of episodes?
No.
Like a 21er?
Typically that is how it is in anime. I think it's like 15, 16, something like that. And then the other one I'm watching is Re-Monster. Same thing. Guy dies. Is reincarnated as a goblin. So...
Do you like goblins?
A little bit.
How about goblin these nuts?
Hey! What I like about this show is that it's essentially like a video game, as if like he really is truly born a baby goblin, grows up, and then as he eats stuff, anything he eats gives him a new skill, and then to the point where as long as he's eating and fighting stuff, he just keeps growing, and then he grows into like this like demon oni thing,
Shit.
and starts to convince all the other goblins to do the same thing so they can be like him. But I do find it interesting having a main character just like gain skills from things that are around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just by way of food, and then like he really does have to enact them like in combat and stuff. So that one's on its first season, and we're on like episode 4 or 5, but it's been a good time.
Dope, man. Dope.
Another one to check out.
Man, talking about goblins, I tell myself all the time, I don't want another secret lair.
Yeah, you do.
I want this secret lair, man.
Yeah, you do.
Did you see it?
It is are you talking about the Tinder one?
No, not Tinder. It's just like an Instagram goblin shit.
Yeah.
That looks dope, and you know it looks dope.
No, it looks great. I've yet to actually purchase a secret lair, but every time I'm building a deck, and then like on Moxfield you can switch the printing.
Yeah.
And then I'll see like 2 or 3 secret lairs or something, and I'm just like, Especially the cereal boxes.
So I have the first cereal boxes. I didn't get the second one.
They're so good.
Yeah.
They're really well done.
I had to get it. It had Ulamog. That's how I use it for my colorless commander.
And what people don't realize is like there's a lot of people doing altars out there too, where they'll put whatever you want with that treatment.
Yeah.
Which is very dope.
Yeah.
Because everyone kind of cries like, well, why not just do a whole set of that? It's like you can't. I feel like the Almond Ket masterpieces did that for me, where I just didn't like it's the sand tablet.
Yeah, you couldn't read the titles unless you knew what that card was, and I think one of them was, I don't know. It just like I couldn't read a steer command on it. I just knew the casting costs and I knew what to do.
Yeah.
On the bottom and shit like that. It's just like, oh man, this is.
Yeah, I like that they took a crack at it.
Because I think that's the only one I opened was an Austere command.
I definitely didn't open any of those. I
wasn't playing during that time.
I had to pick up a
I wasn't playing during that time. I picked that up like at a Walmart back to grab them.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I had I needed a playset of Thoughtseize and I almost grabbed the that version. I was just like, no.
They're pretty dope though.
Leave it.
They're pretty dope.
Leave it behind. I don't want it. Leave it in the case.
I don't know how many of you guys are in Tennessee right now, but yesterday, dude, I get home and relaxed after our very cool Transformers issue. But geez, man, these things in the trees this year, these cicadas were so loud. Even inside the house, I grew a fucking like migraine headache.
Really?
It didn't go away until they went to sleep. I was just like, geez, dude, do I need to wear my cans all the time, you know?
I guess so, man.
Because it is like...
That's how it is at work. Yeah, it's a constant buzz.
It's too much, man. You can hear it through the walls. And we got brick houses, you know? It's not... these guys are obscene.
You're going to have to appeal to their better nature.
Oh, man. They need to go home.
Yeah, they just fly around aimlessly everywhere, too. All my homies hate them.
All the homies. Look at, they're all on your fence.
What movies you been watching?
I have on the docket, and I'm going to probably try to coerce everyone to watch it with me tonight. Madam Web.
Okay.
I need to watch it.
Yeah.
I need to watch this. Apparently it's supposed to be super bad.
You know, it's crazy. I mean, because obviously I have not seen the movie, but I can already kind of almost guarantee it's going to be exactly like the, what's that Archie show?
The Riverdale?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of Riverdale, a little bit of WB.
You think it's a CW show?
I think that's the level of quality we're going to get. Yeah,
probably.
But my thing is, if you know and accept that like this production is, you know, maybe not Sony actually trying to do well, but them just trying to retain the rights or whatever.
Yeah,
They could do way better if they just did like, it's Madam Web, you know, they, you know, keep the characters, whatever, but it's actually just Mean Girl. So it's Mean Girls, literally the movie, with a little bit of Spider-Man sprinkled in. Tell me you're not signing up for that.
I'm always signing up for Mean Girls, but I don't know. I feel like this is going to be... I feel like people expected Spider-Man.
For the Madam Web?
Yeah. Not him himself, but like...
Andrew
that
Garfield?
type of... No, that type of like action adventure.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you had Jessica Drew in there, and I saw her in her...
or hell, even That's So Raven. This could just be That's So Raven.
It totally is That's So Raven, because she goes and sees the futures. Okay.
That's So Raven did it first.
Man.
They should issue an apology.
They should, yeah. I wonder if she's in it. But yeah, I want to watch that. I think that's it for the movies. I feel like I watched a movie this week. Oh, yeah, I did watch another movie. Because I like stupid shit. I watched that Mother of the Bride with the Brooke Shields and the Benjamin Bratt. Benjamin Bratt doesn't age.
Benjamin Brad.
He looks the same since fucking Blood In, Blood Out. Fought those locals forever. Nah, man. He's got that good skin. He's a fucking fought those locals forever.
Well, how was it? Or like, what would you recommend that movie?
No, not at all. It just came up on Netflix's number ones or top 10, and it's like, let's see it. Let's see it. Put it on.
Run it up.
I'll put it on while I'm making tacos, man. And that's it.
Yeah, we were talking at work about the concept of Netflix was on the verge of buying a bunch of theaters.
Oh, yeah,
and
before that, yeah.
What that would look like. And I was saying, like, it would be nice to have, like, you know, obviously you have, like, 5 or 6 theaters that are just the stuff that's coming out, like, normal show times. And then the other theaters, you have it to where, like, you know, we have 20 tickets available for Shrek 3 or just some old movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if enough people buy tickets, or just keep them running.
Yeah.
Whether people are in there or not. I think that would be dope. Like, if you could just go there, or have a predetermined, like, I will be here Saturday the 13th with 13 people. Mm-hmm. We're going to fucking watch Transformers.
Yeah. The movie. Jeez. Well, like when we pulled up, and I saw Phantom Menace was on there that night, too. You know, like, oh, man, I'd get down to watch Phantom Menace.
Yeah, re-released, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'd go and see fucking Greg Proops as one of the two-headed things.
Maybe that was the sign to pivot.
I know. I was like, oh, jeez. I feel like yesterday was a bust because of that, dude. I was so irritated. I wanted to see fucking Rodimus Prime ascend and... Disappointed right now. Man.
It was a sweet theater, though. First time being there. The Regal Hollywood in Nashville.
Well, I go there for the 4D seat moving, your back aching movies, you know.
Wiggle that spine around.
Yeah, if there's like a super big time action, just my last one was the Godzilla and Kong, Evil Empire, whatever the fuck it is.
I wish I would have seen fucking was Godzilla -1 ever even in there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think when that came out, it was
it's still probably
new,
better for like
the new Mission Impossible that came out. And that took that. But yeah, they I like that, dude. I like that joint. Yeah, it's the first time I was in a regular one in that theater. But yeah, it was a fucking waste. But I could have been playing Diablo. Could have been playing Diablo. That new season is the joint.
You know, if you have the Game Pass, you can play it like on your phone or wherever.
Wait, what?
You can play Diablo on your phone.
No.
Yeah. If you have Game Pass.
I have Game Pass.
Do you?
I do.
You could be playing it on your phone.
I haven't taken it off since I got stupid Pal World.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't... That's the only thing... I played Sea of Thieves, but... I can literally play it on my phone, dude. Don't tell me that.
Pal World... Awesome concept. It just wasn't it.
To me, it was irritating me about the glitches.
Yeah.
And then the need for constant upkeep when you're trying to adventure.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, I'm
the
trying...
survival aspect of it.
Yeah. I understand that that's a part of it. Mm-hmm. But, yo, the resources were dying out quickly. You know? And I was like...
I mean, that's why, you know, Pal World obviously made so much money, but then everybody stopped playing it. That's why it's like, that game came out, and I was hesitant, and I wasn't trying to, like, naysay, but I was like, there's already Pokemon Arceus, mm-hmm. which is that game done correctly.
Yeah.
Because it is a survival game, but they, you know, it's Pokemon, so they have, like, the kitty gloves on.
Yeah, but could you shoot motherfuckers?
No guns. You have to use items and stuff.
But
I mean, it's still good. It's better, yeah.
You know,
you actually fought bosses and stuff.
But yeah, that was...
It took forever to get guns in that game.
It took forever. And then as I did get one, it ignited my fun for another couple hours. And then I was like, yeah, I'm good. What is that calling me? Are you calling me to serve? because it's time to hell dive. Because that's how I dropped.
Helldivers was amazing. Is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably what soaks up my free time. But another shitty thing about Power World was all the dungeons were the same map.
Yes.
And I couldn't get down.
I was like,
that.
cool, man. Just turn here, no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. I saw people are playing that the beta version of Marvel Rivals a couple weeks ago. That looks fun. The Overwatch Marvel game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But you're in third person. I like third person.
Yeah, it's made literally for you.
I like third person.
Made exactly for Bob.
It looked pretty cool because, like, I like the way that the Bruce Banner thing is being played. He's just running around in his little science code, and when you activate him, he just becomes a Hulk, smashes a motherfucker.
Yeah, and Overwatch is such an awesome formula, which is now, like, it's kind of on the decline.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a for-free game to play, microtransactions, and I feel like every time me and my family hop on, it's kind of more like, for me, it's a more nostalgia thing of back in the fucking glory days.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also tons of clones. There's Paladin. There's a few other out there that were less successful than Paladin.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you really could just reskin DC heroes, Marvel heroes, and it's...
They look pretty cool. Like,
game.
I saw somebody flying around with Spider-Man just swinging around, dropping down, beating people up, taking the hell off again.
It all started with Team Fortress.
Mm-hmm. Team Fortress, yeah. I sure the hell did. Man,
all started there.
I feel like it came along with some other game back when the Xbox showed up. It was like, oh, you also get this little disc of a game. I think it probably came out.
This little disc. Well, that's how it used to be back in the day. Games used to come with demos.
Yeah, I think
back in the
came out with
era.
Halo 2. I might be wrong.
Where are you with the Halos?
Oh, I love the first 3. And I think I did 4. And I beat it like in 6 hours or so.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this even worth... Because it was a 360 game, I believe. And I was like, was that worth it? $65, baby boy?
Baby boy.
And then I went and did OTSD. And that was fun because it had, what's his name's voice in it, which was, I like it all the time. How come I can't think of his name? He's the bozo guy that's in he's the rookie in that cop show, Firefly.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with actors and actresses' names.
Anywho, God, it's gonna be stuck in my head. I'm gonna be so pissed once the pod's over. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, it was. But yeah, again, I ran through that and I was like, okay, dude, that's enough. What is this game right here? Oh, Gears of War? Of course. Ran to Gears. But, I'm done with the Halo shit. It's been a while. So I know there's 6 games that came out, and I hadn't even looked at it.
Yeah, I've never... Halo 2 was probably the only one I played the shit out of.
Had a great ending.
Yeah, it was great.
Had a great ending.
And then also it was just just like Call of Duty, it's great to play with the boys.
But, see, before... I'm sounding old as hell here, but before all the online multiplayer games and trying to kill each other, I enjoyed the first-person shooter experience with Medal of Honor. Yeah. Was it Medal of Honor? I think no. Medal of Honor was cool, but the Call of Duty, the first few Call of Duties where you were storming Normandy. And they had that Saving Private Ryan, you opened up at that spot.
Yeah.
And you knew how many rounds you had because then went ching, and you were like, oh shit, I need to go find some more weapons. It was
I think that was just Call of Duty.
Just straight up Call of Duty?
Yeah, I don't know if it had another... Because I know I played exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, there's even a part where you have to hide in the fucking cornfields.
Yeah, dude.
Or the hay fields as the fucking tanks roll by.
Absolutely. You're just on the ground, you're like...
I remember playing that and being like, oh, butthole tight.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm not popping up.
No,
anything.
Hell no, dude.
Trying to crawl the finish line.
That was cool. And I think right after that, they released for PlayStation 2 only was the Call of Duty, the big red one, where you had to do on the Russian side, and that shit was dope too. That one was like team oriented. Like you had your whole crew, not live people, but the AI
Yeah.
running with you, and they were
Yeah.
telling you what to do, drop shit. I thought that was dope.
And it's a great way to introduce somebody into the mechanics of the game.
Yeah, it was a very good game. But now you turn on Call of Duty and people are jumping off of walls and having these laser cannons and shit. I'm like, yo,
Well, it just gets old anyway. Like even without the gimmicks and stuff. Like because when me and Brianna first got together, we actually played a lot of. We want to play Call of Duty Zombies, and like the cheapest one was Advanced Warfare. And that's where you get like jetpacks and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So when you're playing zombies, it's the same way. Like as you get into the higher levels, the zombies have jetpacks and all this crazy nonsense. But it's like I get so deep into those games, the story, the online, everything, and then it just kind of it peters out because it's just throw the grenade, shoot, reload. Like Helldivers is like a completely different animal. One, because the devs already said that they're going to keep making the threats worse.
Yeah.
And then there's even a third threat coming.
You see them like here and there in the sky. You know.
Right now we just got robots and bugs and stuff, and now we got probably like aliens or some shit on the way.
Oh man,
and it's so hard.
It's so hard.
So stupid hard.
You can't
but
do it alone.
But once you figure it out, once you figure it out with like your build and stuff, like you can actually build towards like. You seen those crusher things?
No.
So there's like these crusher bugs. This is the last big boss I fought. So like they're like whenever you're playing, you know where those spawning pits are? Those big like tall kind of jagged mountain things?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's as big as those.
Shit.
It's just one of these guys. And it's your bullets, your regular bullets and stuff doesn't pierce it. And it charges you. So it just flattens you out if it can get close to you.
Oh, man. So you're automatically setting up your own signal to bring somebody down for reinforcements?
Yeah, you got to try to squash them like that or call in the missile strikes or whatever. But it was a cool puzzle to solve on top of it being epic because you're fighting a giant bug like Space Troopers and shit.
Yeah,
like right out of Space Troopers. Highly recommend Helldivers.
The only bug is a dead bug, and these cicadas need to go.
That's right.
Gotta eradicate them. Yeah, dude. That was a tip top.
Well, let me hit you. You got a question?
No, you hit me first.
All right. I had a decent one, and it had to do with Battlestar Galactica.
What?
If you're, what was the mastermind's name?
Oh,
the guy.
Gaius Baltar?
Yeah. If you're Gaius, okay? You're Gaius. As soon as he realizes that she's not bullshitting and is a Cylon, what do?
Let's rub it again one more time. You know, because I thought, when I first saw it, I thought Gaius was going to die in the explosion.
Same.
You know, I was just like, let's pop it off again.
I figured that they just didn't have a use for him anymore.
Yeah.
So I figured he was just he was just part of the plan, as in they would just nuke him, not that they would like hijack him. And is that what's going on?
No.
Or does he have some kind of psychosis or?
No, man. He's just a very lucky person. Very lucky person. The pilot, I forget his name, just recognized him, you know, as a guy who could possibly help humans figure out the Cylon issue. And of course you go, get on the ship, bud. You know, you would sacrifice your time to pop him on there.
But does he have like some kind of implant from the Cylons, or is he just hallucinating?
He's just hallucinating.
That's
he's just fucked in the head after that whole
after
thing.
the big guilt trip.
Yeah, definitely
destroying the human race.
It's your fault.
Yeah,
it's your fault.
It's actually entirely your fault.
100% your fault. You know,
that's rough.
It was. God.
Yeah, that was a big hit, and he's just like, Poor guy.
I was like, when first watching it, I thought something was behind it. Like he was a Cylon the whole time, and didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that they're not able to make more people. They can just make those 12 people.
Okay, so let's go with the theme of what we experienced yesterday. What side would you be on? Would you be under Megatron's rule? Or would you help out Optimus Prime being his sole superior optimism?
Let me paint you a picture, Bob.
And what vehicle would you be?
So, we are... Alright, hold on here. So, if I'm from fucking Cybertron, that's where we're from, right?
That's where we're all from.
If I'm from Cybertron, and I'm on planet Earth, and I am posed with this option to be on either side, I think I gotta go with Megatron.
You're gonna be one of his flunkies that he can destroy at any time?
Yes. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because I am not wasting no time saving none of these meat bags.
Okay.
I feel like even watching the original back then, I was like, oh, how cumbersome is that for Optimus that he has to stopping Megatron and save like these two guys.
Little Sam Witwicky?
Yeah. The Witwickies. It was dad and son. But yeah, definitely Decepticon, 1,000%. And probably a stealth fighter jet.
One of the flyers.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I would probably be on the exact same train of that. Exactly the same train.
But I think at the same time, I'd be kind of like if shit got too dicey, I'm probably just dipping out. Like
because that's a part of the MO of a
exactly.
Decepticon.
Like my heart's not really in it.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, I think we're gonna lose this one, guys.
Yeah.
See you later. Yeah, I would totally be a Decepticon also, because number one, you don't know what these humans are.
Yeah.
They're beneath you. They're like ants.
They don't owe you.
You know what I mean?
You don't owe them anything.
Anything. Nothing. We are a superior life form, and these meat bags are in the way. Yeah, dude, I totally would. And I'd totally try to be like, I wonder if I can split my mind and become one of the, to become Devastator. The Constructibots into the Devastator.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That seems so fucking wild,
Hell yeah.
That or Soundwave. No, Soundwave is such a like a suck ass, I would never want to be Starscream,
He's a prop, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you Soundwave, you bumping all the crazy good jams.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, you hitting that bass. But no, man. I don't think I could ever become in the crew of the Autobots, They just care about shit too much when you just met these people.
Yeah, you don't know anything about them.
And you know what's really messed up to me? Like, I thought about it the whole time when they started the first episode, and there was like 400 million years or 4 million years. What they've been doing in Cybertron, and Megatron's out there like getting the hooty hoo to fucking what Shockwave.
Yeah.
And Shockwave's like, yo, we here too. Like, bitch, it's been 4 million years.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And I don't know, it's like the live action movies are obviously great popcorn movies to go to or whatever. The lore is just unhinged completely.
Yeah, dude. Like what irritated the fuck out of me during these the Shia LaBeouf series of them was when the second movie, which could have been their very cool Empire Strikes Back version, because they started the movie with like, only a Prime can kill a Prime. How did Megatron kill Optimus Prime? Megatron's not a Prime. How did he kill him?
Maybe it's just a heuristic.
Nah, dog.
Maybe it's just something to follow.
Nah, fuck all that noise.
Because so can an asteroid kill a Prime.
Yeah, it sure can, but I was just like, oh, dude, let's get out of here. They could have killed Prime. They could have brought Judd Nelson and his Radimus Prime into the joint because he's the coolest one. You know, because if you're gonna ride in style.
You have to.
You know, but yeah. So we're
You have
both
no
we're
other
both
choice.
Decepticons. How evil of you.
Time to conquer the world. I definitely would be like a lazy Decepticon. Yeah. Bare minimum. I'm clocking those 8 hours, and I don't know, drag racing.
I
or
don't know.
something.
I'd just be devastated the whole time and just
Dog
start going into the middle of cities and just like laying inside one of the buildings like a little throne. Like, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me in the middle?
I'm taking over the east side.
Bring me some popcorn.
All right, I gotta come up with a show and a movie for the next time.
Yeah. What we got?
I think we're gonna hit. Let's do Your Name for the movie, and for the show. Yours was so thematic because it had a show and a movie.
Yeah, it was a nice little ability to have both of them together.
Yeah. So the show will be, the movie is Your Name.
Mm-hmm.
The show is the first episode of Erased.
Of a race, you got to text us because
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna forget about it as soon as I leave.
I'm the same way.
Erased and Your Name.
Yep.
I think Your Name is on Max, right?
I believe so. A lot of good animations on there. There's a lot of good animation on Disney Plus, but they just don't advertise it.
Yeah.
Or anime, rather.
Yeah.
Because there's a new show on there right before we leave. There's a new show on there called Go Go Loser Ranger. It's an anime.
I fucking rolled across that. I thought it was some bullshit.
No, it's pretty good. I mean, it's still not dubbed. It'll probably not be dubbed in for a while because it is pretty new. But the concept is it's the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Except they've already beat all their bad guys. So they just keep hiring these henchmen to keep coming up with a fake bad guy. They topple the bad guy, and then they are getting sponsorships and stuff along the way. What? So then one of the henchmen infiltrates the Power Rangers in a plot to kill them all.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That's why I like anime. It's like there's so many just crazy concepts. But yeah, I'll leave you on that.
I can get that. I'll probably be watching that more.
Your Name and Erased. This has been an episode of the Sunday Scaries. I'm Josh. This is my main man, Bob. And thanks for listening.
No, we start at the beginning.
Bet you $1 million you still think I'm wrong. That puts us right back in place where we belong. Good notions are not serious devotion, and I'm not looking for any kind of promotion. The another shade.